home.
Get your tickets while you can to the land of the Sugar Plum Fairies as the Chattanooga Ballet presents the Nutcracker for one weekend only at Memorial Auditorium. Brian McSween is the CEO and the artistic director for the Chattanooga Ballet, and he is very excited about this year's performances. Good to see you.
Excited about everything that we're doing. Excited to be here with you and to be able to talk about what Chattanooga Ballet is doing, because we love being able to talk about getting dance into people's lives. That's the heart of what we do, whether that's as a student that's training, or as a person that's looking to stay in shape, or as an audience member. We love to talk about getting dance into lives, because we think a life with dance is a life well lived. And we do that through, of course, our training at our school, but also through our performances, Nutcracker being the biggest one of those.
There probably is not an adult watching, at least an adult woman watching, but probably men too, who, if they were lucky enough to get to go to the Nutcracker, don't remember as a little child sitting there being mesmerized and dreaming that they could be the one on that stage.
And that's one of the great things about our production, is that you get to see not only our professional company members, who these are people that they train for their lives to become professionals. They move to Chattanooga, they become Chattanoogans, and they live here. So not only can you see Sugar Plum Fairy in December, you can take class from her in January. And so these are people, they live here, they make their home here, but they're also highly trained athlete artists. And so we love to be able to share with everyone all of the benefits of being able to enjoy these productions.
So I want to focus on the performances and getting people getting tickets in their hands. But before we do that, you mentioned the athlete performer. It's really important, I think, to drive that home, because such mental discipline is required.
Well, and it's mental, it's physical. So we'll talk physical first, right? The physical part is that you are taking something that is completely unnatural, and you are trained to make it look as easy as possible. So whereas an athlete, you know, I'm a big Steph Curry fan. Steph Curry makes it look easy but he doesn't ever has to worry about making it look easy or telling you a story. What an athlete artist has to do is they have to train their body in an unnatural way to do something that seems supernatural, and then to make it look as easy as possible to do that. So that's the athletic part, the consistency, the training, the effort from a young age, how important that is. But then as an artist, right, how do you serve your audience? How do you make them believe that they are on this journey with you? And how do you take care in using the athletics that you've learned and the training that you've done to then convey that and take someone on an emotional experience? Okay,
we're going to circle back to this. But in terms of the performances, there are two things to let people know about. So it's the one weekend only at Memorial. December 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yep, we have a Friday evening, 2 Saturday, and 1 Sunday.
I think I'm right, but I could be wrong. It has happened before. Of course, it's Tchaikovsky's music.
Yes.
But there are different choreographies for the Nutcracker. So which one are you doing?
Yeah, so when I arrived in 2019, when I was hired to be the artistic director, very quickly I re-choreographed about 85% of the Nutcracker. So a majority of the choreography is mine, although parts of that are based off of the petit pas versions of the Grand Pas de Deux between Sugar Plum Fairy and the Cavalier.
Okay, so there are different versions of that dance?
There are. So, and every version, different artistic directors, different choreographers like to take their own version of it and create their own version. But it can kind of be based off of what those original versions are. But then you also adapt it based off the artists that you have. What are their strengths? What allows them the facility to be able to demonstrate all of their abilities.
So I mentioned the second thing, and that is that on December 3rd, you have a fundraiser for the ballet to kind of keep this as a gift to the community.
We see Land of Sweets at the Reed House from 2 to 4 on December 3rd as a great entree into the experience of Nutcracker. So what you can do is, it's the Land of Sweets event. So we have sweets from all over the city. We have cookie decorating, hot chocolate, inside the Silver Ballroom at the Reed House, which of course everyone knows is one of the most beautiful locations in the city during this time of year. And then we'll also have our characters there. So you'll be able to get photos with the characters, get to meet them. We have kind of a bingo, meeting the characters bingo. And then you'll be able to, then the next week, go to the show and see those same characters up on stage. So it's a great time for kids to be able to get up close and personal with these artists. And then we'll also have props and special things from the show that you would never normally get that close to, but you'll be able to see the mouse and see the Nutcracker head and see the swords and those kinds of things.
Okay, so 30 seconds to show people how they can get their tickets. You danced with the Joffrey.
Yes.
Did you ever dance the Nutcracker?
Well, yeah, every year. So I performed Joffrey's Nutcracker for 13 years, about 35 shows a year. So I've done it plenty, but it's just kind of a rite of passage for any dancer growing up. You know, we usually all start pretty young because of the training required, and you start doing Nutcracker at that age. And so I think now this is probably the 35th year that I've had Nutcracker in my life.
Well, I can't wait to come and see your choreography. I'll be there on December 8th. So the TivoliChattanooga.com is where you go to get your tickets, but they are performing it still at Memorial Auditorium, and as he was telling me, they are quickly growing in those ticket sales, so they're very grateful for the added space.
Yeah, we're very excited. We have new drops for Snow and Act 2. So if you have seen the production before, it'll look even better than the last time. And if you've never seen it, now's the time to go.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
The Hemp House is your local home for top shelf CBD and hemp products. Come meet our experts in a comfortable, inclusive environment. All the items we carry are from vendors we have personally verified